When it comes to smaller agencies, one of the hardest things to do is gain traction, especially for a first wave. While usually debuts will put a lot of eyes on you, naturally the remaining streams tend to taper off in terms of getting views. And it takes months to years to regain that initial amount of views you got during your debut. However, one agency was able to debut their first ever English wave with explosive success, with the first 5 talents having a collective subscriber base of over 100K, and all 5 of their talents getting monetized within just a couple days of debuting. That group is IdolCorp's first English wave, Isekai. I want to talk about what led to their explosive success and how other indie VTubers and smaller agencies alike can learn from their success and replicate it. Now, when most agencies want to market their new wave, it kind of follows the same formula. Release a debut trailer or teaser of their new talents, maybe a few highlight clips showing off their models, and posting on Twitter when to expect them to debut. IdolCorp approached things a little bit differently by utilizing already established VTubers. Now, IdolCorp promoted on their Twitter that they would sponsor you if you want to do a watch-along to their debuts. This is something VTuber agencies have been doing for quite a while now, but it usually comes from within the agency itself or someone adjacent, like someone who has collabed with their talents multiple times. But IdolCorp was smart by partnering up with Punkalopi, an indie VTuber who has been on the rise in recent months, and someone I covered in my last VTube-related video. I think it was a huge success having Punkalopi do a watch-along to their IdolEN talents. I equate watch-alongs for VTubers the same way as how game devs or companies of games would start reaching out to YouTubers with a substantial following and ask them to play their games, often allowing them early access to a game before it's even released. And it was a win-win for both parties. It provided the YouTuber with content and gave the game exposure at the same time. This was a big reason as to how Hello Neighbor was able to gain traction initially by giving YouTubers access to their early alpha. I can imagine, just like the gaming sphere, this is something we might see in the future of VTubing, with smaller agencies reaching out to indie VTubers to do watch-alongs of their talents' debuts. IdolCorp also did sponsorships with other VTubers who would do a sponsored segment in their videos.
I'll tell you after a quick look at our sponsor IdolCorp, who just showcased their newest and first group of English talents that all look wonderful. They're debuting on the 20th of November, so please go check them out.
Personally, I see more benefit in watch-alongs than segments in videos, mainly because a 30-second clip shouting out a VTuber agency won't really get people's attention and they'll forget it within a couple seconds. But a dedicated stream that is 5 hours long that focuses on their talent is a lot more memorable and more likely to get people to check out their talents for themselves. That's just my 2 cents on the matter though. Another contributing factor to their success is getting the attention of a big Clipper channel. Now, I think this is something outside of IdolCorp's control and more so speaks volumes on the girls themselves. They're all very funny and lovable in their own unique way. I remember watching Coefficient's video on them, and it was amazing seeing all the comments of how a particular member really caught their eye. For me, for example, it was amazing seeing Rand dedicate an entire stream just to talk about the iconic plushie that is the IKEA shark.
I said I was going to introduce you. To all 5 of my sharks. And ladies and gentlemen, guess what? That is exactly what we're doing tonight. Can I get a shark in the chat? Can I get exactly 5? A shark for a shark. Well then, allow me to introduce you. Firstly, Chow the First. This is Nibbles. Look at this guy. His birthday is May 5th, 2019. He is my first shark, so that is the day I got my first shark. So functionally, that's the day that I was born. What is that, maybe age 3? Incredible. He is the responsible child of the group. He's the responsible big brother, and he likes sardines. Look at him. Look at him in this regal, beautiful pose. Oh, he is the man of the house. If I'm not the man of the house, he is. Look at him. But you can clearly see in this photo that he is a 5 gil barrage. And since he's my oldest, that's how I know that all of them are.
Another thing about the video Smoothie did is that it's only about 11 minutes long. That is a lot less of a time commitment for viewers than an hour-long debut. So some people who never check them out because they don't have time to watch all their streams now has an avenue to do so. I think the last thing I want to cover is that what Idol Corp didn't come without trial and error. Although Isekai is their first IdolEn wave, it's not their first wave of talents. That honor goes to IdolHE, which is their group based out of Israel, which is quite unique within itself. Although the girls can speak Hebrew, the majority of the time they speak English. And I'm hoping the success of IdolEn can also transfer to their talents in IdolHE, especially when the two waves start collaborating with each other. I'm interested to see the dynamics that certain members may have and the content they'll produce in the future. Idol Corp recently made a subreddit which is already brewing with memes of its own.
We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, how I'm feeling is that I'm thirsty, so I'm gonna drink some water.
Oh, okay, goddamn.
Very tasty water. Okay. Don't tell me you're too blind to see.
So please do go check out all the Idol Corp girls. I'm sure you'll have a blast watching them just like me. Also, today officially marks 3 months since I started this channel, and we've hit 100 subs. Woo! So that's been super exciting, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. I have a lot of videos planned for the month of December, and I'm starting something new by posting a weekly schedule on both my Twitter and my community post tab of what videos I plan to upload. I did 8 days for this week, but I'll go to the usual 7 starting next week. Sometimes the schedule may be subject to change, but I'll keep you guys posted on any changes I make. Also, I wanted to say that I've been getting a lot of comments about like my name and like how do you pronounce it? What should I call you? It's Thorn. You can call me Thorn, like the letter Thorn. And I've also had people ask me like, why don't I just change my name to something easier? Okay, so this is my thought process. Now, it doesn't make sense to everyone, which I understand, and some people say there might be too many downsides to my name, but I like it and I'm going to stick with it. So one of the reasons is that if you don't want to search up my name because it's too complicated or you just don't want to, you could either subscribe or you could search up videos that you know me by. Like you can search up my videos, and that kind of also tells YouTube that, hey, you're interested in this channel, and YouTube will recommend you more videos. Now, people could click on the video to just get to my channel, which could like kill my watch time, but I'm not really, I don't really care that much. So I understand that it can be complicated, but I decided to live with that, okay? And also, you can also install an Icelandic keyboard like I do, and you can just type in my name that way. But there's a kind of like, not a whole story behind it, but I really like this name and I want to stick with it. So hopefully you guys can accept that reasoning. But yeah, you can just call me Thorn. I do put it in my descriptions, but I'll start using tags and stuff like this person suggested. So thank you for the comment. But yeah, Thorn, call me Thorn. That's it. I think that's all I have left to say, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.